No matter how these brands that make relaxers try to refurbish their brand and make it seem like, oh, these relaxers that we are making now, they are healthy, they contain this, they contain that, anything that alters the natural state of your body or of anything would definitely have side effects. Even if it doesn't begin to show now, it will have side effects in the future. We have unrealistic expectations of how we want our hair to be, and then we hold someone's hair as the standard of how we want our natural hair to be. So when you now transition to natural hair, you're now faced with the unique characteristics of your hair. So I feel like we should really also check, what standards do you hold your hair to? Are they realistic?
Girl, you're so hot like summer, and I don't wonder what that lover. You give me feels when you do, no one can do it like you.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good. Thank you for clicking through to watch this video. You are appreciated, you are loved. Thank you so much. I just wanted us to really talk about what is currently happening in the natural hair community today, because I see a lot of these videos of people relaxing their hair, saying natural hair care is exhausting, you know, saying that it's a lot of work. I understand those sentiments, but I feel like there are a lot of reasons that subconsciously that a lot of us are feeling very exhausted right now in our natural hair journey, and I just wanted to quickly touch them in this video, and I would like us to have a conversation about it further in the comment section below. So let's talk about this, okay? First, if you're new here, my name is Viola Ekene. I am a natural hair educator as well as the founder of Social Butterfly Haven, which is a digital marketing agency that caters to beauty brands around the world. On this channel, I share my journey as an entrepreneur. I share natural hair care tips and tricks and vlogs once in a while. Okay, first, let me start by saying that our ancestors lost a lot of things post-colonial times, because I believe so much that our ancestors in Africa, of course, here in Africa, had a lot of knowledge on natural hair care. Because how were they able to take care of their hair? You know, there were no relaxers then, there were no heat to use to straighten hair. I believe they most likely used, you know, natural methods of stretching your hair, like, you know, the use of owu, that's thread, and the use of braids to naturally straighten their hair. So I feel like post-colonial times, you know, when slavery started and all of that, a lot of things were lost, right? And right now, over the past couple of decades, we black communities, we are trying to, you know, embrace back our natural hair and learn better ways to care for our hair. So it's kind of like seemed like it was a new wave, but I genuinely honestly believe that we lost a lot from our ancestors, because I mean, remember when it came to health wise, they lived longer, they had stronger teeth, they were immune to a lot of things, because of course there were not a lot of viruses then. They treated themselves with herbs, which we have lost so much information on right now. So I genuinely do believe that we lost a lot. Another reason I feel like the reason a lot of us are relaxing our hair and are getting really tired is a lot of us subconsciously are used to the way relaxers made caring for our hair, quote and unquote, easy, right? I remember then when we were small, whenever it was time to get our hair relaxed, you know, my mom would be happy because you literally see her heaving a sigh of relief, because they're going to go get your hair relaxed. So the undergrowth, you know, we call it undergrowth, you know, the new hair growth there won't be giving her headaches again when she's trying to comb your hair, because as a child, I would literally shout when she wants to comb her hair. You know, our parents didn't know that when you want to comb natural hair, you start from the ends to comb down to the roots. And they were doing this thing because that was what they thought was the best for us. So a lot of us grew up using relaxers, and then all of a sudden, everybody seemed to be transitioning back to natural hair. And then you transition back to natural hair, you have to learn patience, which is what a lot of people don't want to. Most people will even tell you that, see, I don't have time to be doing that on my hair all the time. And I understand people have busy lives, busy schedules, and all this comes from that subconscious stuff of us growing up, getting so used to caring for hair when it is relaxed. Now, remember I said using relaxers on the hair, made hair care easy. And I said quote and unquote. The reason that I said that is, remember that relaxers were given to us black people to kind of like try to fit into the Western beauty standard. And that's why I'm always of the opinion that it's not just hair, because if the hair is literally why some people would not be accepted at jobs, over there in America, for instance, because your hair has to look a certain way. So it's no longer just a conversation of just hair. So with relaxers, we got used to, once you relax your hair, you just put your comb and you straighten it and all of that. But I feel like if we really, really want to embrace the truth, because no matter how these brands that make relaxers try to refurbish their brand and make it seem like, oh, these relaxers that we are making now, they are healthy, they contain this, they contain that, anything that alters the natural state of your body or of anything will definitely have side effects. Even if it doesn't begin to show now, it will have side effects in the future. And one of them is, if you look at a lot of our parents that relax their hairs heavily, if you look at their hairs now, their hairlines are nothing to write home about. Just go do your research. There are now a lot of information on the dangers of relaxers. Even the relaxers have been linked to fibroids. They have been linked to so many diseases that just spring up as you're getting older. So even diseases that affect a woman's fertility, so I feel like that is one of the reasons. These are my opinions. Bear that at the back of your mind. Another reason why I feel like a lot of us are getting really exhausted on natural hair care is that, one, we have unrealistic expectations of how we want our hair to be, and a certain part of you, subconsciously, unintentionally, is still not confident with your hair. Like I said earlier, if you're the type that has been relaxing your hair for a very long time, you're used to a particular hair beauty standard, and all of a sudden you have to transition and now have to deal with a new you that has to do with hair. Most of us like the fact that we can just slick back our hair and tie it all up, but that with applying gels on natural hair, on like your natural hair now that you've transitioned, it's not something you can do almost immediately. So a lot of us now have that unrealistic expectation when we transition to natural hair, that, oh, when I transition to natural hair, I'm going to be able to do this and that, and then we hold someone's hair as the standard of how we want our natural hair to be. So when you now transition to natural hair, you're now faced with the unique characteristics of your hair. Maybe your hair is more of in the fine category than in the dense category, or maybe your hair is more of like the ones that don't grow very quickly, so many nuances. And because these things are already there, you're seeing, okay, this person's hair is growing so fast, or this person's hair is doing like this quickly, why is my own not doing like that? Trust me, all these things accumulate subconsciously, and one day you just discover that you're like, okay, I give up, I'm tired, I'm going to go and relax this hair. So I feel like we should really also check, what standards do you hold your hair to? Are they realistic? And I believe that each hair type has, its own beauty and things that it can do, and the things that, and styles that make it look rich and beautiful. So the question should be, what standards, think about it, do you hold your hair to? That might be one of the reasons you're not in a good relationship with your natural hair. Another reason that I have discovered, in my opinion, is you're not listening to your hair, which is making you complicate your natural hair routine. I know a lot of us are like, oh my god, I have to spend so long washing my hair. I understand, and the thing people don't know is, the longer your hair gets, a lot of us want long natural hair but are not ready, because the longer your hair gets, the more you have to spend time detangling. I understand that, but most of us complicate our hair routine when you should actually be listening to your hair to find out what works for you. It is good to follow natural hair educators like me, right? When I share a tip or when I share a trick, what you should do is you should try it on your hair, watch it like 2 or 3 times. If it works, fine, you can incorporate it into your routine. If it doesn't work, then trash it. It's not like, we natural hair content creators and hair educators shouldn't be the standard of hair beauty to you. It should be, oh, I never knew I could do this with my hair, I never knew I could try this style with my hair. You try it with your hair, make sure you follow all the steps, and work with the differences and uniqueness of your hair. If you notice your hair doesn't like it, then stop complicating your hair routine. You don't have to do so many steps in your hair routine every single time, right? And when it comes to people always complaining wash days are very long, it depends on how you see it actually. Personally for me, wash day is like self-care to me. Just like a lot of us have shower routines, you know, we spend up to 30 minutes in the shower, you know, you wash, you exfoliate, you use a feminine wash, you use all those cute things. I also see that with my hair too. I love the feeling of water running down my hair. I love all of that. So a large part of it has to do with your mindset and the fact that you're trying to incorporate person A's routine, incorporate person B's routine, and then you get overwhelmed, and of course you're going to get frustrated. That's the road you're literally walking down on. Yet another reason, in my opinion, is you want to do it all alone. There are natural hair salons for a reason. You know, there are seasons in my life where I don't just want to touch my hair, I don't want to wash my hair. The only thing I do is I do my moisturizing routine, you know, re-moisturize my hair and all of that. On those days that you don't feel like doing your hair yourself or having your full wash day, probably you're busy or you just don't feel like, right? Go to a natural hair salon and have them do that for you. While I understand that some of us live in places where natural hair salons are not easily accessible and you know, the services are quite expensive, you know, I feel like you can space it out in your routine in such a way that it does not overwhelm you. And that is why protective styles are there. Whenever I feel like I need a break from seeing my hair, I go and put it in a protective style. I have a lot of wigs, I have straight hair wigs, I have curly hair wigs, I have coily wigs, I have kinky wigs, you know, I put my hair in a wig. There is literally no rule to this, okay? It's okay to not feel like sometimes doing all that stuff on your hair. Go to a natural hair salon or integrate it into your routine in such a way that it doesn't overwhelm you. This should not even be something that we should, like, you know, in terms of like, oh, I have to do this. Like, I feel like there's this unnecessary or unrealistic schedule that we've created for our hair that we then feel like if we don't meet up to it, something happens. Do you understand? So yeah, go to natural hair salons. There is nothing absolutely wrong with that, or incorporate it into your daily life routine in such a way that you're not overwhelmed. If you've watched this point, I hope I'm making sense. I'd love to really hear your thoughts in the comment section. Now for this, hear me out. You don't need to love styling or your hair all the time in order to enjoy your natural hair journey. If you've noticed here on my channel, I hardly share natural hair styling videos, how to do this style on your hair and all of that, because naturally you won't catch me styling my hair all the time. I am more about natural hair care than natural hair styling. That does not mean that other creators that share more styling videos do not care for their hair. No, that's different. You mostly catch me in temporary locks like this. You hardly even see me on twist out because I don't like having my hair out all the time. So you mostly catch me in, you know, protective styles or even mostly wigs, right? So, and I know that a lot of us are like, oh, I want to try this style on my hair, I want to try that style on my, or always asking yourself, why am I not like her? She does so many things on her hair, she experiments. You don't have to be like that. Like, you don't have to style your hair all the time for your hair to be beautiful or be seen as versatile. Our natural hair textures are already versatile. African hair textures are versatile and are so beautiful. So you don't have to style it all the time. You just have to be sincere with yourself. Are you the type that likes to style your hair, that likes to play around with your hair? By all means, go on. If you're not the type, stick to simple styles that work for you. You know, you're not here to impress anybody. Finally, you don't need to have a lot of products in your natural hair care routine. I do not know where this culture of, oh, I need to have this product, I need to have this one to care for my hair. Girl, what you need is a good shampoo, leave-in conditioner, deep conditioner. That's why I like Melanin Hair Care products. Melanin Hair Care brand by, I think, Natural, that's her name here on YouTube. With just the shampoo and the conditioner, you're good to go in your natural hair routine, and that's oil, you know, for your scalp care and for sealing in moisture. You're good to go. The conditioner can be used as a deep conditioner, it can be used as a leave-in, it can be used as just a normal conditioner. You know, you don't need so much products in your natural hair routine. A lot of us are always trying this, we try that one, we try this one. I understand also that when you're starting your hair journey, there's this phase of wanting to try different products to find out the one that works for you. That's fine, but that should be at your own pace and should not be to a point that it hurts your pocket. And how do I mean? does that look like for you? For instance, what can that look like? It can look like this. Maybe you start your natural hair journey and you don't know products that work for you yet. You buy the basic one, so you buy brand A. After using brand A, when you start using brand A, you see that it's not really working for you, right? Instead of going right off the hook and buying another brand immediately when you know it's going to hurt your pocket, why not finish using brand A? I'm a fan of no waste, except if the product is extremely bad, then you can waste it. Then next time when you're buying a product, you know, go read, find people with your hair type, not just your hair type, your type of hair porosity and hair characteristics, like content creators like that, and then, you know, watch the products that they use or ask them for recommendations, and they would recommend the products for you, right? You don't need to be buying every new product that launches in the market, except you're just the curious type and you love buying tons of products. Now that's totally fine. And this particular one of you not needing to have a lot of products in order to care for your natural hair is one of the things I wish someone told me when I was transitioning to natural hair at the early stages of my natural hair journey. It would have saved me a lot, because I remember when I started newly, then I would come on YouTube, some YouTubers that I was following at that time, in this video they're using this product, another one they're using another product. I'm like, I think in the first video I'm like, okay, this product is good, I should try it. The next video I tried to get another product, but the thing I fail to understand is that we are natural hair content creators, and you know, most times these brands send these products to us for free. So in essence, we are not really buying all those products from time to time. And even among all those products, we have our staples, like the one that we reach out to all the time to use, you know. So these were one of the things, and I have compiled over 40 things that I wish someone told me when I was starting my natural hair journey in this ebook right here. So I want you to go check it out. It is very resourceful. I wish I read that type of ebook when I was starting my natural hair journey. It would have saved me a lot of trial and error, a lot of money, a lot of stress. I'm going to have that linked in the description box below, so you can grab your own copy. This video was a very hard one for me to articulate and to make, because I knew what I wanted to say, but you know that thing where you know what you want to say, but then articulating it in such a way that you get your point clearly across is always very dicey. So I do hope I did justice to it. I believe that I said a lot of the things that I wanted to say, and I can't wait to hear your opinions about them. What other reason did I not mention that you feel that natural hair care is becoming exhausting? And if you've, you know, quit your natural hair journey and relaxed your hair, what were the reasons that you quit your natural hair journey? What happened along the line? Were you frustrated, or did you feel you didn't have the time? I just want to read your comments. I want the comment section to be like a safe place for us to really talk about this, because I don't like the way it is going, because I know that African hair textures, they're so versatile, they're very beautiful, and I like to say that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay, so that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and when you do, tap the bell beside it so that you stay notified of new videos. In this channel, like I said earlier, I share natural hair care tips and tricks and safe conversations like this for us to have, as well as vlogs and my journey as an entrepreneur. So I'll see you in my next video, and do take care of yourself, and again, remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Bye.